So I've talked about a potential intraday bounce back in the Wall Street, and that's what we have got in the last trading session. So it's been, I can't say a very good move, but it's a decent trading session that we have seen yesterday, and probably it's going to continue for 9th of December 2022 as well. So let us see what is happening as far as the price chart of all major US indices and how it has been positioned for today's trading session. Now one thing, this is the, by the way, this is a chart of Dow Jones. Now one thing you must be very clear about is, although you have seen some of the moves on the upside, but don't try to overstretch it, which means I have also talked about a range, and the range still persists. So even though Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P 500 has moved a little bit, so just be with it. Don't try to overstretch it until and unless the price itself moves and crosses certain specific levels. So for Dow Jones, you're going to have your immediate support of 33,597 and stop loss of 33,437. And on the upside, you have 33,926 and 33,994. So this range still persists, and please don't try to think beyond 33,994 or let's say 34,000 unless Dow Jones or the price of Dow Jones crossed this level. Okay, now there will be some up move, or the next probable potential target we have beyond 34,000 is 34,250 and 34,388, but there is a condition that let the price of Dow Jones sustain above 33,994 or 34,000. Okay, until and unless it happens, on the downside you have 33,437 and on the upside we have 33,994. That's it. So this is what you need to look at, or this is what this is something which you need to look at as far as the range for Dow Jones is concerned. Now talking about the Nasdaq has seen a short covering, but it's not a very big one, but still it's a short covering move that we have seen in the Nasdaq, and obviously this index is highly volatile compared to compared to S&P 500 and Dow Jones. So the movement and the price volatility will definitely be on the higher side. So with that, let us see what is happening as far as the trend or price action is concerned. Okay, so for Nasdaq, this is what we are going to look at. So the range are not going to be changed, neither for Dow Jones nor for Nasdaq. So for Nasdaq, we have 11,000 as our immediate support, and the two most important level will be 10,947 and 10,970. Now let's say 10,900 on the downside. So please do not go below these two specific levels. And even with a big move, we have if we are expecting an up move, then also we are not going below 11,259 and 11,320. So these are the two levels or the upper end of the range. So it seems that the range will be in narrow band. Okay, so let the price show its move, then we will take our decision accordingly. And as far as SPX or S&P 500 is concerned, a similar kind of pattern that we have seen in Nasdaq. So obviously big volatile movement, and for S&P 500 as well, for S&P 500 as well, we have some specific levels to be looked at, and the price movement we are expecting in S&P 500 will be as follows. So on the downside, you have your immediate support of 3941 and stop loss of 3918, and on the upside you have 3984 and probably 4030. That's it. So narrow range still persists. It only depend upon the price movement and how far it can stretch. or how big the move could probably be on both the side. Right now the levels are very narrow because volatility is very high, and volatility means the move could happen or may happen on both the side. What I have discussed in the last couple of minutes is only about upside, but if there is a volatility and if the support does not hold, then obviously there will be a volatility on the downside as well, so one should be ready for that as well on the downside. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.